Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is doing great. In this video, we are going to find distance between the 2 points with the help of a distance formula. Let's first find out what is the distance formula. We all know that the plane is divided into 4 quadrants by 2 perpendicular lines. These 2 perpendicular lines are called x-axis and y-axis. The point where the 2 axes meet each other is called the origin. Let's say we are having one point P over here and one point Q over here. The coordinates of P are x1 and y1, and the coordinates of Q are x2, y2. Now the distance between these 2 points will be this, and it will be denoted by d. Now we are going to write down distance formula between these 2 points. It is denoted by d, and we are finding out the distance between P and Q, so we'll write it like this. Since distance is always positive, so we will use these absolute symbols. So it will be x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and the square root of this. So wheresoever the points P and Q will lie, we'll apply the same distance formula. Let's apply the distance formula on some examples. Here we are having points as A point is 9, 2, B point is 7 and 2. So we are going to apply distance formula. So first let's write down the distance formula. Distance formula is basically x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and the square root of this number. Let's apply it. Here we are having x1, y1 as this thing and x2, y2 as these two numbers. So we are finding out the distance between the point A and B. So we'll write distance d of AB will be equal to 7 minus 9 whole square plus 2 minus 2 whole square and the radical of it. 7 minus 9 will be minus 2 whole square. 2 minus 2 will be 0. It will be 4, square root of 4, and the answer is going to be 2. So this is how you are going to apply distance formula between the 2 points. Let's solve one more example. B part. Here we are having the A point with the coordinates as x coordinate as 2 and y coordinate as minus 6, and the B point as 3 and minus 6. Let's write down the distance formula once again so that it will be easy for you people to apply it on the question. So distance formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here we are having this thing as x1, y1 and x2 and y2 is the point B. So let's apply it. Distance d is represented by small d between the 2 points A, B. Here we are having x2 as 3, so we'll write as 3 minus 2 whole square plus minus 6 and plus 6 whole square and the radical. ये वाला minus 6 इस फॉर्मूले के minus 6 से मल्टीप्लाई होके प्लस हो जाएगा. Minus into minus will become plus. So 3 minus 2 is 1 whole square. This becomes 0 and it will be 1. Right? Let's solve one more example. C part, as first point A as minus 8, 1 and B point as 6, 1. Let's write down the distance formula again. So distance formula D is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Distance is represented by small d and we are finding out the distance between the points A and B. So it will be, here we are having this as x1 y1 and x2 y2. If you write y2, if you write it like this, it will be easy for you to apply the distance formula. So x2 is 6, square root of 6, this minus and this minus will become plus, 6 plus 8 whole square and 1 minus 1 whole square. Here y2 is 1, y1 is 1, so 1 minus 1. So 6 plus 8 becomes 14 whole square, and here we are having this as 0. So it will be square root of 14 square is 14. Let's apply the let's apply the distance formula in one more sum. So we are having D part as A point having coordinate as -4 square root 2 and B point having coordinates as x coordinate as -4 and y coordinate as -3. Let's write down distance formula again. Distance is represented by small d, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here we have x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So let's apply the formula. Distance is represented by small d. We are finding distance between the points A and B. So we'll write it as -4 plus 4 whole square, as the value of x2 is -4 and x1 is -4 again. So this minus and this minus will become plus. Okay. So plus ये formula का plus y2 is -3 and minus square root 2 whole square. Again this will get cancelled and we are having minus, we'll take minus common, it becomes 3 plus square root 2 and whole square. This square is on minus, it will become plus, and this square on this, let's say 3 plus square root 2 whole square. This square will get cancelled by the radical and we'll have 3 plus square root 2. Let's apply it on one more sum. I hope by now you can easily apply it. Let's say this is going to be the E part. First point A is 3 minus 11 and the second point B having the coordinate as 3 and -4. Let's write down the distance formula again. D is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Let's apply it on the sum having the points A and B. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So 3 minus 3 whole square plus -4 plus 11 whole square. Square root. 3 minus 3 will get cancelled and we are having 7 square, which is, you can write it directly as 7, or if you want to write it as 49 and square root of 49 is again 7, or you may write it directly as 7, right? Hope you understand the sum. Let's solve one more, the last sum. Let's apply distance formula on this part. Here A first point is having coordinate pairs as 0 0 and the second point having coordinate point as 0 minus 5. Let's write down the distance formula. D is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. While applying the distance formula on the given points, we just have to take care of the calculations, the signs. So here we are having this one as x1 y1, this is having x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, 0 minus 0 whole square, the radical of it, or you can say the square root of it, then minus 5 minus 0 whole square. So it will become 0 plus -5 whole square. It will become 25 and the answer is 5. Hope you can apply the distance formula on any 2 points in the plane. Thank you so very much. Allah Hafiz.